Hi, everyone. Don't know if everyone can see me. We're going to begin soon.
"生命之子啊，还是我能爱你。如果你不爱我，我的爱便无法达到你。懂得把我的仆人，生命之子啊，爱我是很爱你。如果你不爱我，我的爱便无法达到你。懂得把我的仆人，懂得把我的仆人。
Keeping your eyes closed, bring the palm of your hands in front of your chest and begin rubbing it vigorously until you generate some heat. And then cup your eyes. And then in the palm of your hands, start blinking, adjusting to the light of your surrounding, and slowly open your fingertips and blink some more and adjust more to the light. And then whenever you're ready, just dropping your hands down. All right. So excited to be with you guys today. Happy Ayyám-i-Há. So Ayyám-i-Há is a couple days of celebration in my faith where we are focused on giving charity, being generous, doing acts of service, and just being joyful. So today's theme of our class is going to be on joy. So hopefully you guys are as joyful as I am to be in this yoga class. Super excited to be here. This is our first ever live on Yoga Avec, so we're really excited to have you with us. So since the theme is joy, the first thing really, if you think about the feeling of joy, like the feeling is usually like really expansive, like very large, very like big, and just like, I just feel like this, right? So with joy, one of the things that we're going to do today throughout as we practice, if this is your first time new to integrative yoga therapy, is that we do mudras, which are like hand gestures, and they're kind of like seals where yoga therapy kind of works with not only the physical body, but the energetic body and also the mental and emotional body. So throughout today's practice, you might be experiencing all three of those levels. So the mudras are like hand gestures and seals of energy. So as we open our bodies, we're going to seal energy in a specific type of way. And I want you to observe in your body how it feels. And if it doesn't feel great, drop your hands down and just listen to the words, because in each of the mudras, I'm going to repeat some quotes, affirmations, or something that we can also keep our mental and emotional body in check. So super excited to have you guys try your first integrative yoga therapy session if this is yours. So we're going to start with the mudra of Urdhvam Merudanda mudra. And the way you do this mudra is basically just putting your fingertips, closing it, and opening the thumbs, and just kind of like laying it here. You can lay it on your knees. And the core of this mudra is expansiveness. So I want you to check to see in your body how you feel. See if you're feeling an expansion. It's almost like your energy is like your thumbs are directing your energy to move outwards, to really expand and to go all out. Just close your eyes for a second as you tune into the energy layer of your body. You can repeat this in your mind as I say this affirmation. Openness to new ways of seeing allows me to live with enthusiasm and energy. Openness to new ways of seeing allows me to live with enthusiasm and energy. So allowing your energy body to really like expand. Our energy body extends 1.5 meters away from us in a circular motion, like from top to bottom. And so by doing this mudra, we're kind of like extending it even further than that. Because when you think about joy, someone walks in the room filled with joy, like they could be way across the room, more than 1.5 meters away, and you can still feel that joy. So joy is a very expansive feeling. So the first thing we want to do in this practice is to make sure our energy is open. So now relax your hands. Just kind of notice for a second or two how that felt in your body. And just notice if there's any particular area of your body where you feel sensations. Just take note of that. And then whenever you're ready, bringing the palm of your hands by your sides on the left and right side. And over here, what you could do is inhale your right arm up. And on the exhale, move it to the left. So we're going to start with a side body stretch. And I really want in this practice for you not to focus on what I look like, but to focus on to see where your body kisses the edge of your limits. So if your limits are here and you're feeling like a side body stretch, stay there. But if some people can come down on their elbows and keep going down and keep extending their arms, you can go as far as you like. But I want you to stop at the edge, not go beyond that. So integrative yoga therapy is a gentle practice. And also you want to make sure that your sit bones are not coming up and they're really anchored down. So if your sit bones cannot be anchored down, lift your body up. And over here, take a look up above your armpits and keep your gaze up at the sky. And on the inhale, coming back up to center. And then on the exhale, drop your arms down again. So we're going to do the other side. So lifting up your left arm up to the sky. And on the exhale, you can move down. And over here, and sending your gaze up to the sky again. And you want to notice here if your left and right sides of the body are balanced. Usually one side is more flexible than the other. And just take note of which side that is. And sometimes if you're doing it in your own practice, you can start on the weaker side first. And just notice, try to feel, you can wiggle your fingers around to kind of create more space in your rib cage. And on the inhale, lifting your arm up and then dropping your arms down again. And so just notice here, just shaking your arms out a little bit, noticing how a bit of heat might have been generated in your arms. Such a simple movement, but already heat is generating. And that's like energy starting to move. So as we're doing the expansiveness of the mudra, we can just pause here for a second. Just notice how more and more of our energy is expanding outwards. Okay, and relaxing the hands back down. So bringing the soles of the feet together in front of your face, in front of your body. And try to keep it like horizontal. So not too close to your groin or not too far away. Try to see if you can keep it in one line with the knees. But depending on how flexible you are, that's going to determine like where your legs are going to be. So take it to the edge, kiss the edge, not further beyond it, right? So we want like a very, very gentle kiss with like the edge of your border. So you get no bonus points for doing more. You only get the bonus points for discerning where your edge is. And where that edge is basically, you learn actually where that is. And that is basically, you're feeling a little bit of stretch, but you're not shaking. You're not like, there's no excess of movements. So just holding your feet, and you can just massage your feet a little bit over here. Just kind of like activating some of the energy starting from the feet. And of course, this is a bit of a side inner groin, like stretch on the legs, little butterfly pose here. And what I would like you to do is put your hands down and drop your head down. And here it's going to determine how many of us go further, right? So begin inching your fingertips a little by little and keep your head down throughout this whole thing. I'm going to keep my head a little bit up so that you can hear me. And keep going a little bit, just inch it forward, keeping your head down. And allow and focus on your breath here, so that the more you focus on your breath, the more it naturally drops you down. So keep going to where you find your edge, not more, and don't bounce and do not push yourself. Allow gravity to slowly, slowly open you up. We're going to be here for a little bit. Your only duty is to focus on your breath. Try to remain as still as possible. And whenever you're ready, lifting from the base of your spine, keep your head down throughout the whole thing, and slowly work your hands back to bring it closer to the shins. Slowly keeping your head down, and one vertebra at a time, straighten your spine up until the last thing that comes up is your head. And once you're over here, just moving your head to the left, right, and to the left, right, and then left, right, and then left. And then side, and the other side. left, and right, left, and right. So opening your legs to the side corners of your mat here, as much as you can. If your legs are over here, that's totally fine. The only thing that matters is that your spine is straight. Your legs, your knees can be a little bent, that's fine, but try to straighten as much as possible. Two things I would actually like for it to be straight. One is your spine, the other is your knees. So if your knees are not straight, bring it closer together so that your sit bones, you can feel your sit bones underneath, like really anchoring the ground. And you can kind of lift your left and your right butt cheek so that the meat is kind of like up, and so your sit bones are really grounded. So you feel some sort of anchoring here. Because when you're on the cushioning part of your tush, it's where you'll feel like wobbly, and you actually got to use a lot of core muscles here. So go to your edge. We're kissing the edge, not going more. And just put your hands in front of your chest here. And you can drop your head down too. And all I want you to do here is focus on your breath. That's it. So we're going to bring stillness to the body, stillness to the mind, and stillness to the breath. So we're kind of leaning a little bit forward here, right? And just we're noticing our hands are getting slightly heavy as our bodies are kind of being welcomed by gravity, right? Slowly noticing if we're focusing on our breath, our body naturally opens to its capacity when it's ready. So if you're feeling like your elbows are really bending and that you can come onto your elbows here, see how you feel, one hand at a time. If your body is naturally opening, still focusing on your breath, slowly bring the other arm down. Keeping the focus on your breath. And just seeing how this pose is kind of like also like a symbol of joy. How we're expanding our legs, our inner groins, the inner parts of our legs, which are the parts of our body that propel us forward in life, right? So the inside of the thighs, for it to be feeling an expansion. It kind of gives us like new legs almost in a sense to like step forward and walk forward in life. If you're feeling like your body is opening up even more, you can move your elbows forward a little bit. See how you feel. If you can go all the way down, like lay your arms out and flat on the ground if you like. But kissing the border, not following what I'm doing, but kissing the border of your limits. So if you're just up straight and your spine is straight and your thighs are straight and you're feeling a little bit of a stretch, that's already you're doing it. You're already doing fantabulous. Never following what someone else looks like, but listen to how they're getting into the pose and then stop wherever your body is telling you where the limit is. And as long as your breath is steady, so like see here, I'm in a posture and my breath is like, and I can speak to you guys and have a conversation. This is where you know that my breath is like steady. If you're starting to huff and puff, you know that you're going too far. You went too far, and ease out of it. Just staying with your breath and noticing where it is all the way to the on your inner thighs in Chinese, and also just with your lymphatic system, connecting it. So it's just making sure that all these channels are kind of like opening up and like working. Just giving yourself a little massage on your legs, like just activating a little bit, especially close to the ankles. Here is where it likes to get clogged up and blocked up a little bit. And also only when you're feeling it would be really, but 4th or 5th day maybe, or before, to open it up, because this is a place that gets stiff. All right, let's slowly get out of this posture. So slowly, if you were on your elbows, slowly come up onto your hands, moving the palm of your hands closer to your legs, feeling the weight shift onto the sit bones of your body here, and coming up with a straight spine. And take your sweet time with this. There's no rush. And kind of just shake out any of the energy that might have like built up here. And so put your hands behind you, legs in front of your legs, and just kind of like shake out your legs until you don't feel any bit of stagnant energy in your legs. And whenever you look, flow, the feeling of joy in your legs, if that wasn't joyful for some of you, which I will imagine it is not. It was not. So great job, guys, for doing that. All right, so let's get back into a seated posture. Let's do our second mudra. So here we're a little bit opened up. We're going to do Hansi Mudra, which is basically bringing the first 3 fingers all together to your thumb, and the pinkies are out. Flip it over, facing upwards, and flip it over, facing upwards, and lay it on your knees. Just pause here for a second. This is a very joyful mudra. So it's about unfolding positive qualities here. This is one of my favorite mudras ever, Hansi Mudra. It's so exciting. So instead of here reading the affirmation that is usually on the deck of cards from Joseph LePage, I'll link it down below.